Hello, everybody. Miss Abate here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our lesson for the day. So we are still on Unit 1, Week 5, and we will be working on our vocabulary skill for this week. Now, our vocabulary skill is root words and inflectional endings, which are skills that we have learned in the previous weeks. So this is just going to be digging in a little bit deeper with those and doing a little bit of a review with them. So of course you need something to write with and something to write on. So if you don't have that, go ahead and pause the video and get that done now. But I'll go ahead and I'll start sharing my screen and we're going to move right on into this lesson. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, so our vocabulary skill, like I said, is inflectional endings. So let's go ahead and review a little bit what that means. Some words have endings, such as adding an S, adding an ES, or ED at the end. How can you use those word parts to help you understand the meaning of these words? To understand the meaning of these words, you can separate the ending from the root word. Okay, so we've done a lot of work with these endings, the S, ES, and ED. Okay, and some of them can mean two things. So let's go ahead and let's review. I'm going to go ahead and put that down, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up our whiteboard, and we're going to go ahead and review just a little bit. Okay, so now if we have the ending S at the end of the word, right? So we know that can mean more than one. So it can be plural, or it can mean it's happening now. Okay, so let's think about words such as cat. Okay, we know that we add an S to the end of cat, that's more than one. Okay, that's plural. Okay, but we could also have a word like play. Okay, and if I say the girl plays baseball with that S at the end, it doesn't mean more than one. It means happening now. Okay? So you have to be looking at the sentence to figure out, well, does that S at the end mean plural or does it mean happening now? Okay? So let's keep reviewing. We have ES at the end. Okay? So ES at the end does mean plural, okay? There is no ES that means happening now, okay? You know what? I'm not going to say that. If we have ES at the end of the word, we know from our past lessons that that means plural. So like the word box, okay? If we add ES to the end of that, boxes, that means more than one. Plural, right? All right, and our last one that the screen just shared with us is ED at the end of a word, okay? So if we have ED at the end of the word, who remembers what that means? It means in the past. Very good. So if we have a word, I'm going to go ahead and use play again. If we say played, the girl played baseball yesterday, we know that means she did that in the past. Okay, so if we have the S at the end of a word, it can mean plural or it can mean happening now. We just kind of have to read the context clues and the sentences around or in that word to figure out if it means plural or happening now. We have ES, which also is plural. And then we have the ending word part ED, which means in the past. Okay, we good? All right, so let's go ahead and let's move on. I think I already have it pulled up. I don't know why I'm doing this today, guys. You know, and I am kind of losing my mind on how to work with technology, so I apologize. Okay, so we are going to go back into the text, families work, okay, that we read the other day for our read aloud. And this is going to help us with our inflectional endings, okay? So you guys are first going to listen and watch, okay? You're gonna watch me model how to tell the meaning of the word based on its inflectional ending, based on that ending word part, okay? The directions say, find the ending in dishes. Separate the end from the root word. Then use the ending to figure out the meaning. Use the think aloud button to help you. So the sentence we're using today is, she also helps wash the dishes. Okay? She also helps wash the dishes. So we have ES at the end of dish because we know that dish is our root or our main word. So I'm going to use the think aloud. Okay? And this is something that you should be doing inside your head as you read these words too. I see the word dishes. I can separate the root word dish, which means a plate or bowl used for holding food, from the ES, which can mean more than one. So I think the word dishes means more than one dish. Okay, so we separated dish is, sorry, we separated dishes into its root word and its ending. So dish is. Dishes, we know that ES ending word part means more than one. So what does dishes mean? More than one dish. I feel like I went through that pretty quickly. So if you need to listen to that again, please go ahead and rewind it. If not, let's keep moving on. All right, you guys are going to go ahead and do this one with me. So make sure you have something to write with and something to write on. And we're going to go ahead and work on this. So first, let's listen to the directions. Find the highlighted word in family's work. Use the pencil tool to separate the ending from the root word. Then use the type tool to write the meaning of the highlighted word. Okay, so first, let's read the sentence. She put a cast on a broken arm, used a bandage to cover a deep cut, and helped 20 patients. So that word, that highlighted word they want us to use is helped. So I'm gonna, oh, I thought I was using the type tool, apologize. So we have helped, that's our word, okay? So I want you to first write down on your paper, helped, okay? Because we know that's a highlighted word. Now we need to separate the root word from the inflectional ending or that end word part. So what is the root word? What's that main word in helped? Help. And then what is that ending word part? ED, okay, helped. It makes it sound. So you can see that I have help and I put a few spaces in between, or I can go ahead and put this like little line right there to show that it's separating help and the ending id, it. So help, we know, means to assist somebody or to assist with something, okay, to aid. There's a few different words that we can use for the definition help, but what does that ED mean in helped? Remember what we talked about with inflectional endings? Yes, it means in the past, okay? So we know that helped, I'm gonna go ahead and put an equal sign. That means assisted in the past. That means she already did it, okay? So if you guys don't have this written down on your paper, go ahead and do that now. All right, let's move on to the second one. And you guys are gonna do this one by yourself, okay? Because I know you can do it. We've done a lot of work with root words and we've done a lot of work with inflectional endings. So I know this is gonna be a breeze for you. Okay, same directions. Find the highlighted word in family's work. Use a pencil tool to separate the ending from the root word. Then use the type tool to write the meaning of the highlighted word. So our sentence says, customers can get sick at any time. So pediatricians work long hours. So what is that highlighted word that you guys see? That we're trying to separate the root word from the inflectional endings? Hours. So this is the only thing I'm going to help you with. We're going to write the word hours. Okay? So now your job is to write down the root word and separate the root word from the inflectional ending. And then you're going to write down what that inflectional ending does to that word. What does it now make that word? Okay? I want you guys to go ahead and write that down and finish that on your own. So pause the video and do that. All right. So what did you guys say the root word was? Hour. Good. And so what is that inflectional ending? Oh, it is just the S. Okay. So now we have to think, does this mean hours as in happening now or hours as in more than one? So let's reread it. Customers can get sick at any time. So pediatricians work long hours. So I think that means more than 1 hour. Okay. So we're just going to, I'm going to put it off to the side here. I don't know why it keeps putting that period there. So hours means more than one. I'm just going to put more than 1 hour because we all know what hour is, right? But I guess the technical definition would be like a period of time. Okay. But we're just going to put more than 1 hour just because, like I said, we don't really need to write the full definition down. We just need to know that that S at the end, that inflectional ending, is just telling us that's more than one. Okay. All right. So I hope you guys have that written down. I know you guys got that one on your own. You didn't even need my help for it. So we're going to go ahead and end today's lesson on inflectional endings and root words. I hope you learned a lot, and I'll see you at our next lesson.